we haven't touched on. Number, we scratched the surface of. Symbol, we scratched the surface of. Sigil, we brushed by. So just a little bit, but there's a lot more work to do. I'm pleased that I believe you understand the difference between symbol and sigil. Yeah, a sigil is a non-local or maybe an electrical representation of something that could be symbolic, like the number 3 is a sigil for the notion of threeness. You all know this one? Symbol
Yes.
or sigil?
Sigil.
Would everyone agree?
Yes.
Yeah. What does it do? I can tell you what it does based on what you are all looking like at the moment. You need an immunity to that symbol. Sigil, sorry. I'm in the way of it. What does it do? Tap into your own complex for a moment, because that's the only place you're going to ever understand a sigil. When you look at a sigil, here's the difference. When you look at a symbol, you look towards nature. When you look towards a sigil, you look towards yourself. You see what it causes inside of you.
Mm.
That's the only way to get into what a sigil is, what it does. So go inward for a moment. Tell me what your sense impressions are, your internal sensory impressions are, talking about like the 5 centers, the emotional, the thinking, the moving, the instinctive, emotional, and sexual centers. Which one's active? One way you can do this, actually, another aspect of detection, which is an enhanced version of groundwork, is take your hand over it and feel which fingers are triggered. Red and green. In this instance, red and green. Leaving out yellow and blue. And white. Yeah, white, blue, and yellow. Now think, okay. I'm going to give you more than I intended to if you're all right with that. So when you do this kind of detection, what you're looking for is what it can't hold, not what it, I'm sorry, what you're looking for is what it can hold, not what it doesn't hold. Take a green plant, for example. It means that it is holding everything but green. It can't hold the green, so it kicks it off. You see, white light comes in, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, comes into that leaf, and it spits out the green. So in other words, internally, it's processing red, orange, yellow, blue, indigo, and violet without the green. It holds those ones. So when you do a detection like this, and you discover that your index finger and your pinky, red and green, get the sensation of it, then you know it's holding onto white, blue, and yellow.
What about if it's got a circle around it?
Well, that's going to enclose it.
Mm.
It's going to keep it from having effect on you.
Oh, blimey, right. But when you say an effect on you, are you talking about the ability to use it as opposed to it then using you, drawing from you?
Absolutely, yes, to both answers. Okay, now how does this sit with you?
It feels nicer with the circle around it than the other way for me.
For me, it depowers it.
Yeah.
It takes away the power of it. And I'll give you a bit of anecdotal evidence of that. When I first drew the Z-bar symbol up there, which is a modification of the symbol of Jupiter, and asked you how it impacted you, everyone went silent and still. Couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to say. Not at all. Couldn't even access that internal aspect of yourself, or maybe you got so lost in the internal aspect that you could not then externalize it. As soon as I put a circle around it, asked you the same question, everyone's got, no, I feel this way, and I feel that way, and I feel this way, about it. Yeah.
When we didn't have a circle around it, it felt quite uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right.
Right there.
Imagine that.
Right there in
Yeah,
solar
sure.
plexus. It felt really, really vulnerable.
What that symbol does without the circle around it is
Hmm.
it powers what is known as the silver vortex.
Yeah.
Now think of the word vortex for a moment. What does a vortex do?
Draws in. Hmm.
Yeah, sucks everything in. It's like the black hole. The silver
Yeah.
vortex sucks in silver.
Hmm.
The reason without that having a circle around it that you were more able to access yourself is because if you lose your silver, you go gold. You look at that Z bar symbol and it sucks all your silver out and you go gold.
Ooh.
Solid, frozen, unable to do, well, of a certain kind anyway.
Yeah.
That symbol was used in certain situations in order to power the trio of essence, which would have been the white, blue, and yellow. Stored that power in the silver vortex, which is somewhere in our universe.
Yeah.
So that it could then later be drawn from. Now, I don't have a problem with it as long as you're okay with it. I do have a problem with using things like sigils when a person is not aware or does not give permission to be used in that way. When we went through the alchemy commission, having to do with each of the planets, there were a lot of sigils up there. But I have enough value and standard in myself to be able to use sigils responsibly, explain what they're doing, and then it's up to you, isn't it? Right? It's up to you to decide if you're going to partake in that. If you encountered this sigil and didn't give permission for what it would do to you, I stand against that. I'm sorry that that happened to you.
Hmm.
You can't
Yeah,
apologize
that's-
too much. I didn't do it. It's regretful. It goes against my standard anyway.